Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. I thought I'd squeeze in a couple of videos of this fabulous color before she changes it, because tomorrow night, at least when I'm filming this, tomorrow night she will be taking these braids out and wearing the fro for a couple of weeks before getting the hair rebraided for early summer. I'm going with like a color scheme I've not done before. So it's like it's gonna go from like black to like a real like dusty blue. No, yeah, black to like a dark blue to like a gray blue to like white, and then in the front I'm gonna have like a steely blue. In my head, it's cool. We'll see. We'll see if the vision can be achieved. I mean, but incidentally, not that it matters. I do have a whole like that's legit back there. I do have a whole fro under all of this. It's just, if you have hair like this, if you know, you know. Curly hair is a little bit of a pain to keep out all the time. So I'll wear it for a couple of weeks and go, oh man, this is great. It's 1974 all day, every day. And then like on like day 15, I'm like, well, I'm done with this now. I'm tired of the diffuser dryer. I'm tired of the routine braids. So, but at least with braids, I do like that I'm able to keep vibrant color. Because people always ask, like, how did you dye your hair like this? Look, come close. Come close. If you can't do it, glue it. If you can't grow it, sew it. And if you can't achieve it, weave it. That is today's PSA. But you didn't come here for that. You came here for Warhammer, which I actually have in spades today. And oh God, did I need more stuff to build? That's only a half question. We all need more to build, always. So as you know, I'm real into the Aeronautica Imperialis. Didn't mean to get into it. Just kind of like stumbled into it with the husband and his friends that he plays with. Words are not wording today. Let's get it together. But if y'all can hear that, that is the automated robot vacuum. We call him Jeeves, and he might be in the video today if you can hear him. He goes off at the same day every single day. Anywho, but so the way I got into Aeronautica, I think I've told the story a few times, but if this is the first video of mine you've seen, you get to hear it. If not, fast forward a few seconds. But, what was it about? I don't know. It was in the middle of last fall. We went to our local hobby shop. Once a month, they do a paint party where you can pay for little figures, and then they provide all the paints and stuff. It's like a brush and banner type thing. You talk with other people. You all sit there and paint similar things. And they did a planes themed night, an Aeronautica themed night, actually. And actually, I didn't know anything about Aeronautica Imperialis because I am so Space Marine focused. You know, I forgot there were other games. Like, I don't know anything about the fantasy side of Warhammer. Don't ask me. I know the titles of things, but I don't know anything about the fantasy side. I just know it exists. Because me personally, I'm like, there's Lord of the Rings. So, but if you love it, if you like it, I love it. Okay. All right. We all love different things. It is okay to like different things. But that night at that particular paint party, you had choices between like Deca Jets and different bombers, Eldar, Necrons. I picked a Necron ship because it looked really cool. And it ended up being really, really nice. And that night there was a group of folks there that were wanting to start an Aeronautica weekly game. And they were there and they gave a demo. Hey, Chris, if you're watching. Hey, Shades, if you're watching. And Derek. Oh, all right. Did I get them all? Yes. And husband. But the guys that were playing the game were doing a demo. After you painted, come in there and they'll learn how to play it. My husband loved it off jump. I just like the little Necron chip. I thought it was cool. And eventually he wore me down and I finally like went and played a game with him. And I was like, oh, well, this is fun. It's a very easy way to get into a Warhammer game. It's not a universe game, so to speak. It's not like, you know, like if you had your Marines out and it's like, you know, the Imperials versus the Chaos and all that. It's just fighters. It could be any fighters in the air. It's really, really cool. It's not really lore based. It's more just score based. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did. But we played it. It's just laid out on a grid. You have flyers. They have altitude roll. Did you hit them? Did you not? It's cool. It's a cool game. But I ended up painting a whole bunch of Necron flyers. So now those are usually what I play with. And then somebody's got to go and show you something better than what you have. And I was happy with, because in Aeronautica, the Xenos ships are way overpowered. Like when me and my husband play at home, because he does grots and orcs, he needs like 5 planes to my 1 based on the way the scoring is done. Like the Necrons dominate basically. Like we usually, if we're in close range, I get 10 dice to like roll to see if I hit you, and then like if I hit you, I get that many to get to roll to see what the damage was. Like they're way overpowered. They're super fast. They have the special skill where they can like, I don't want to say what the move is called because somebody's gonna get offended, but if you know, you know. But they have a special move they can do where they can basically like glitch. We're gonna call it a glitch, where they can glitch over to another spot. Like it's really cool. They're way too overpowered though. And someone else who plays Eldar had the nerve to show me their overpowered Xenos. Here's why it's a problem. He showed me his ships, and they were very well painted. I mean, amazing paint job. You know who you are. But then, like, he held the ship up and, like, moved a couple of things, and, like, these extra wings went on his Eldar ship. And then she had to have them. So that's what these are. So now I'm going to play Eldar and Necrons because of one feature on a ship that I wanted. And the Eldar are kind of in that overpowered area as well because they are also Xenos. So they are able to do things that, you know, the Space Marine ships or the Orc ships can't do. I mean, the Orcs are Xenos too, but, you know, the Orcs and the Grots, they're kit bashing everything. So their stuff, they got to throw a lot at you to hit. They need way more to have the same firepower as like one of my ships. To give you an example, like 3 of my little Necron ships, if I'm playing my husband with his Orcs and Grots, to two of my Necron ships, he gets like 6 or 7, and I still win. So it's good to play in a group with that one. But I do want to go ahead and open these up to see, because a lot of times, you know, with the Warhammer, and I'm just amazed that he was able to find this, because look, it doesn't even say like Warhammer 40K on it. It's just Aeronautica Imperialis, because it's its own thing in the Warhammer universe. One second, she's gonna have to get the pink pocket knife, because I have no idea where my multi-tool went. It's in here somewhere, but it is, you know, and I've got to make sure to leave this thing on my desk because she's got to fly out for work the week she's filming this. I'm doing this on a Sunday. Actually, it's Easter Sunday today. I try to do all my filming after work, lunch hour, or Sundays is usually when I film. When I'm on the road though, because I don't have like house chores to do, I actually get a lot of filming done when I'm back at my hotel room and stuff. So that's kind of fun. But yeah. Oh, aren't they great? Yeah, I'm kind of into it. So this little guy right here, he showed me this little thing like right here, and it went. So I had to have it. But we print a lot of stuff too. But this particular one could not print it to get that. It had to be the solid plastic ship, so you could have the little feature. That's the technical term. And here they are on the back. So 3 flyers. These are red. Mine are not going to be red. It's not within my palette. So we're going to paint them. We, as in me, are going to paint them within my scheme. I'm about to start on my 1,000 points. Tonight on Easter Sunday, I will finish my Wordbearer's Kill team. All I have left are the weapons, and those don't take as long to do because it's a lot of base coating and then dry brushing on features. So those are going to go pretty quick, and then I'm going to put them together and then put them in that beautiful acrylic case I have. That's going to have to be its own little video, setting them up in that case, because they're going to be so pretty. We're going to have to glue magnets on the bottoms of all of them so they don't slide around, but I cannot wait to see my Marines properly displayed. Although these ships will stay in the Forge World bag because they're flat, so they'll be protected in there, but the rest of them get to stand up and be proud. Anyway, so let's see. I think these have to come in solid pieces. No, they don't. No. This Games Workshop. I cannot believe I said something came in a solid piece. Forgive me. We know that's not true. But I should be able to put them together to get what I want. I just kind of want to see what I'm in for, because it's only 3 planes. So as I'm putting together my 1,000-point army, oh god, this is gonna be fun. As I'm putting together my 1,000-point army, what I figure is when I get tired of those, I will switch to these. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to put some mechanics together here. There should be another sheet, I would imagine. Oh yep, all the little fancy things are down in here. I've got bases and stands, and I'll do the same thing with these. So these are all the little stands. If they look old and different and this box looks really weird to you, it's because it is. They don't make this anymore, to my knowledge. And we have scoured the internet and the planet to get all the pieces and parts to play Aeronautica. One of the things I got my husband for his birthday, one of our players in our group went to Singapore for a trip and was at a games market and literally texted us like back in January. Was like, hey, I'm here, and they actually have the whole Aeronautica thing. You want it? It's like the books and all that, the rule book and all that. So I got him that as a birthday present this year. I was like, yes, buy it. We're doing it. But this, it doesn't look like the other packaging for anything else Games Workshop. So if you're like, that doesn't look like Games Workshop, it does look different. They don't make this anymore. And that's the one of the things that kind of hurts when you get really into something from G-Dubs, is when they decide they're done with it, it's gone. And you just have to go aftermarket. But we didn't pay a super ton for the rule book and stuff that we were able to find. And my husband was able to find me the specific Xeno stuff as well. We've had to do some hunting to find that. But we both really enjoy this game. Just remember, if you're going to play this one at home, if you are flying Xenos, specifically Eldar and Necrons, I don't know about the Tau. I think the Tau have some cool powers too. But I can say against Grots, against everybody, if you're not... Eldar, Tau, and Necron should be relatively evenly powered, so that's a fun game. But like a Necron versus the Grots and the Oryx, it's not as fun because it's like no competition. So it's 3 ships on 1 grid, so this shouldn't be super difficult to put together, I hope. That's going to be fun. So it's kind of hollowed out at the bottom, so I'm assuming all these pieces will fill in the bottom. Yep, here's the one that's got where the little pole goes so it can sit on the stand. We'll magnetize these like the others so, you know, I can pose them and stuff on their bases. So this is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to these. So in the middle of doing my 1,000-point army, when I'm tired of looking at them, I'll do these. I like to have things to pause and paint when I'm working on a big project, because you'll look at it and then you'll get mad. Like right now, I still have Yor and Anya I need to finish. I haven't even started Lloyd. I'm going to do a video where I show you some of those 3D prints that I have. Someone was asking about them, and I hear your comments, but, you know, homegirl gets to stuff when she gets to it. And I film rather far in advance. And the reason I do that is because of my work schedule and my travel schedule. I want to make sure that my channel is still uploading even if I'm on a plane. So, or if I've got a family thing that comes up, something like that, I want to make sure that there's still content coming out. So if I have time, I'll blow through and record 5 videos in a couple of days if I can get away with it. But I do hear your comments. I'm definitely going to show you all those 3D prints that I have. I've got a San with a wolf pup. I've got an Ashitaka with Yakul. I have all of Spy Family. I've got Lloyd and Yor and Anya, but every time I touch Yor, she breaks. So I just kind of set her to the side for now, because like literally every time she's so fragile and something else breaks off, and I'm like, I'm never going to finish this. But yeah, I will show you all of those, but not today. Today's a Warhammer day. She can tangent. Look, if you don't like people going off on tangents, my channel's not for you, because I am paid to talk. Literally, that's my job. I talk all day, every day. And, you can talk. But I'm super happy with these. These are going to be fun. And they're quick paints, too. I have 7 Necron flyers right now, and that's all I need. And then I'll have these, so that'll give me 10 altogether. When I'm playing, I painted those in a week. You know, and I'll probably do something similar, like where I found a stencil of some kind to give them a cool finish. Because I really like the way the Necron ships turned out. And that was like an earring that I used. I found an old earring that I wasn't wearing anymore. It was all bent up, and I laid it on the ship and then used my airbrush and got a beautiful pattern on the ships, and it gave them kind of a uniform look, and they're very unique. No one else's ships are going to look like that, because you'd have to have that earring, right angle, just cool stuff. But yeah, these are going to be fun. They're not going to take long to build. They're not going to take long to paint. So when I'm tired of Fulgrim's Children, you know, the 800 points of those I have to paint because I've got a tank to paint. 10 Terminators, and then all the soldiers. But I'm going to do it. But then my husband, being who he is, mas. So there were a couple other things I had said I wanted, but I kind of put them out of my mind. Who was this? So I do love me some Adeptus Sororitas, the female Space Marine, for lack of better terming. The way they differ from the males, if you didn't see the opening of my McFarlane toy, is the female Space Marines, because of the religious order they come up through, body modifications are not allowed. So they have armor, but it's not like the Space Marine power armor, and they weren't injected with DNA to give them, 3 hearts, extra lungs, and 2 brains. The Space Marines are so genetically modified that you can honestly barely call them human. Like, they can drink acid and live. They can step out onto planets without any helm on them and breathe in toxic fumes and be okay. They're not human. They were human. They started as human. And then they work on them, and then they're not. The novitiates, the sororitas, they have to be unmodified. That's just a rule of the novitiate. But we have been in one of our favorite action figure stores. Well, I mean, they do magic there. You know those kinds of places. They sell figures. They got places to, go play. They got paint area, like all that. It was one of those kind of places, but it's not one that we frequent to actually go play any games. It's like one of them nerd stores. Like, they're cool, but the people who play there are real serious. And nope. I want to smile while I play and have pizza. And the shop we like has pizza. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, but no, we were there, and I was just perusing, just to see what was out. And they had a novitiate, and I should have got it. It was a kill team, and I didn't buy it right then. And this was like 4 or 5 months ago, and I should have bought it because I knew eventually I was going to want to do it. But my husband, being himself, when he saw my disappointment, he did the thing. I got me a good one. But there it is. A novitiate kill team. So these are 40K. And you can even see some of the differences in their packaging. So like you see up here how it says Warhammer 40K. You'll usually see 40K or 30K. This one doesn't. It just says Aeronautica on it. It doesn't even say Warhammer at the top. And this was a shrink wrapped box, so it hadn't been used. I feel very lucky to have gotten this because they don't make it anymore. So this was just some overstock that was being sold. Same thing as my Titans. They don't make the Titans game anymore. The Adeptus Titanicus, it was an overstock, and we happened to grab one. But this is a novitiate kill team. Let's take the shrink wrap off. My handy knife. It's not as cute as my little multi-tool, but use what we got. Because this is highly reflective, and it makes it kind of hard to look at. Because y'all know I got a window right here. So, and this box is a little janky, but I care about what's in it, not the box. But here is the novitiate kill team. Look at them. They are beautiful. Let me give y'all the slow. Well, let's do it from here. Let's do it from here. Ready? Aren't they beautiful? They're so great. I really love the Mother Superior. Other way, so I can see the bottom. I don't know if that was good or bad because I couldn't see. But if you are unfamiliar with Kill Team, where'd my light go? Hey, give me my light back. Whatevs, you can still see me. If you don't know about Kill Team, it's an easy way to get into the army side of Warhammer. It is a 10-member team, a kill squad, basically. So only 10 figures to put together and paint, which doesn't sound like much because let me see, it's taken me 7 months to put my kill team together. Granted, I've painted tons of stuff in between getting them completed. But, when I first started in this hobby, I did not know how to paint put together, and I kind of gave up on the army side. I had some cool things once upon a time, but I did back in the day. Gave up on the army side, stuck with the books, like that's all I wanted. But now, I live in a place that is very, hey, let's do this. Lots of nerd shops around. Live in a nerd family. I got back into the army building, and I'm really enjoying it. But that first kill team set with my word bearers, I was trying to just get the technique of what's the most efficient way to build and paint so that you can get them done and use them and not just be trapped in a perpetual cycle of painting. And I really got in that groove with my Necron ships. I think I'll be able to do that with my Eldari. And I think I'll be able to do it with these. Now, these honestly probably aren't going to get touched until after the summer. One, there's a lot going on this summer. She's got lots of things to do. We have a hot wife summer, and that's just what I do. I got lots of places to go and things to do, but I'm so focused on my Horus Heresy box, getting that completed, which I'm super excited to do. I cannot wait to have just 2 proper armies completely done. But this is cool. So we got Novitiate Superior, Dialogus. Let's see, Condemnor, Novitiate, Praetonus. I don't have my glasses on, so yes, she's squinting. Reliquarius. Hospitaller? I gotta read what all of these are, because I've not done much with the females, because it is a male-dominated genre. It's just how it is. There's no tea, no shade. But I don't know as much about them as because I don't know what all of these do. So I'm excited to kind of dig into the lore of the Novitiate and really understand them the way that I do, like the Inquisitors, that kind of thing. So this is going to be fun. I love her seriousness on here. So one of the things that's so great about Warhammer, typically sci-fi is geared toward dudes. It's just how marketing works. But one of the things they've done so well in the Warhammer universe, the mythos, the lore, the universe itself, is they have established true equality for all. All can be sacrificed to the golden throne for the good of Terra and the Imperium of mankind. And there is no one who can't be fodder for the ruinous powers. Everyone's equal. That's why I think I'm really... one of the reasons I'm really enjoying Minkalesque, which is a female-led story in the Warhammer universe, is it's a world where everyone is raised for war. Everyone. Males, females, doesn't matter. Everyone is raised knowing that you're going to have to fight one day. And I think that's really cool that they've been able to do that, to naturally incorporate so many different types of people, so many points of view, with the ultimate reality being that the great equalizer comes for everyone. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, it's coming for us all one day. It's just a matter of how bad is it gonna be? Is it gonna be quick and painless, or is it gonna take time? It's the nicest way you can say that. But these are gonna be fun to put together. 10 miniatures. And I'm sure once I'm done, just like with my other kill team, there were pieces left. That's intentional, because you get options in the books on how you can put these together. In fact, is this a resellable box? Yes, it is. So I'll go ahead and pull that book out here now that I'm thinking about it. So I want to tear this box up. It's going to get added to... There we go. So when you are building, you'll get to see what the base figure can look like, and then you'll get options. So all of these, this is what you gotta have on the figure, and then there's the, hey, you could do this, or you could do this, or maybe that, or you want to add these 2 pieces. So they give you, oh, there's my light, it came back. So they give you enough bits in there to do some variations, and that way no 2 people have the exact same army. If these were all the exact same figure, it makes it less fun. Like my Terminator box, they're all the same, because a Terminator is a Terminator is a Terminator. A Dreadnought's a Dreadnought, or a tank, or something like that. But your individual soldiers, you get a little bit of variation on them. And then if you're married to someone who loves orcs and grots like I am, they will take your leftover pieces and kit bash them for their armies. But I have one more that he got me. Now, to be fair, I don't even know what's in this one. I must have asked for something. He's very good about, if I'm just talking about stuff in passing, of, retaining that, and then it showing up one day. There's a skill for your significant other. What do you do for him? Homegirl cooks, okay? She cooks, she cleans. Right? Bought him a 3D printer for Christmas. So, I'm nice to him, too. So, Let's see. I don't even know what's in this one. I'm not even kidding. Let's see here. So, what is... This is the one. Hold up. Oh, I lied at the whole beginning. This one's way heavier. These are the extra ones. Okay, see, I haven't played the... I've only seen the planes. I haven't played with the Eldar. These are the extra ones. These are the ones. That's the part that I was talking about that goes... Hi! Oh, Aeronautica. The Nightwing Squadron. Alright, so this is the Phoenix Bomber. That one does not move. This is the one that's articulated. Yes. Oh my god, there's 6 of them. Oh my god, I had it backwards. How did I make such a mistake? Because she wasn't paying attention. Because this isn't one I played. I don't know as much about the Aeronauticas. Yeah, and this is what I was expecting. I was expecting to see 2 plates of things to put together. Alright, so we don't need the bases. A base is a base is a base. There's so much in the box. Ah! These are stands, and they're just falling out everywhere. Okay, there's way more in this box. Base. Stands. Another base. Stands. So this is what I was expecting. Okay. Yes, this is what I was expecting. So when I put these together, this little bit right here on the front, these, they move. It's important to me. Okay? So once I get them fully built, and they're flying and gliding and doing their thing, they have a position where they can open up. And actually, it's shown here on the back. I have never been able to do the transfer decals. I'm looking at them in the box right here. What should I do with those? Because I don't have the dexterity to use those and actually make them turn out right. I've tried like once and failed miserably. So I just paint. Which I know that when it comes to like painting competitions and stuff, if I ever wanted to enter one, they're going to want to see like, you know, the decals perfectly placed and stuff like that. But she's not that girly. I know what I'm able to do, and I don't want to disappoint myself with the stuff I can't do and then be like, it doesn't look as good as someone else's. Nope, sure doesn't. I know where my strengths lie. Play to your strengths. I can't get this to go back in here straight. I took it out of my excitement and didn't even think about getting it back in. All right, so yep, these will be part of my happiness as I'm getting through my other armies. Close this up because I don't want to lose anything. Ugh. Excitement causes messes. So yeah, this is what I want you to see here on the back. So there's not 6 of them. They're just showing you the open and closed position. She's way too excited and not paying attention. So there's 3 in here. So this is the close when the wings are closed, and then they pop open. Closed, pop open, closed, open. They're going to be so much fun. Yeah, these are the little, back here, these are the transfers. I never use those. I've just never been able to figure out like how to make them look good, get them on straight, that kind of thing. So I don't fool with them. If you fool with them, good for you. If you got any tips, let a girl know down in the comments on how to get those to look the way they're supposed to and not look like you just ripped off half a sticker on something. I'm way happier than I thought I was. I thought these were the ones that moved. So I do have 6 altogether once I get them all put together. So that's kind of the fun of learning, you know. There is a lot to know, and never let people make you feel bad that you don't know everything right away all at once, because you can't. I learned something in the moment. I confused 2 different ships. Because I know I asked for the ones that did this, and he got me the extra ones as a surprise. So got me a good one. So I have 3... I have 3 new boxes of Warhammer planes to put together, and a Novitiate. So those are going to be fun to work with. The good thing is I don't feel rushed on the Eldari, and I don't feel rushed on my kill team because I already have each of those to play with. But they'll be a post. These will be a post-summer project for sure. Now, let's have a serious conversation about cost. Because, you know, I like to be honest with people about how much these hobbies cost. They are not free. Each of those boxes, roughly $60. We got the one of the Eldar boxes. I think he got it for a little bit less because it was overstocked, like $40. It's not a cheap hobby. However, quickest way to get to play with an army, kill team. By far the quickest way, in my opinion, to like have your own little set of friends to play with. If you want to get into Aeronautica, if you can find a group to play with, that's a good way as well. You might have to 3D print though if you can't find any of the models for sale. You're not going to find the models for sale in the store unless they're selling old stock. Everything we got online, or we had to print. Like all of my Necron ships were printed, every single one of them, because we could not find them to buy. We tried, but again, when G-Dubs is done with something, they're done. So do what we can. But I was able to actually get original G-Dubs Citadel for the Eldari, so that makes me really happy. So I'll have the little that's cool. But yeah, it's not cheap, and then all of that has to be clipped, primed, painted, and put together, and that's going to take hours. But if you're into it, you look forward to it. If you're not into it, you can pay people to build your armies, but that's not cheap. Like one dude was talking about it just in passing. He was letting everybody know what a good painter he was. He was decent. I wouldn't pay him for an army, but he said he charges like $3,000 for an army. I was like, I would paint it myself. But if you've got it like that and you don't have the time but you want to get into it, you could have someone paint an army for you. They also, I've noticed a lot of shops tend to have cases where people have relinquished armies. You know, somebody's gone through the attic and they're getting rid of stuff, or they're making space for new things, you know, whatever the reason. And you can buy like squads and stuff, sometimes a whole army for not a ton of money. Like I saw one really cool painted Necron army in there not too long ago. And they only wanted like 500 for like 50 dudes, all painted. So somebody must have given that to the shop, or they found it somewhere. I don't know, estate sale. I don't know how they got it, but that's another way. So if you don't want to invest in paints and painting, go to the hobby shops and see if they've got some already painted armies. It might not be a commission to get them painted the way you want, but just to have an army to play with, that's not a bad option. And if you live in a nerdy area, like check the thrift stores and stuff. Someone may have given up an army. You know, again, estate sales happen. You know, someone goes through the attic or the basement and says, "What is all this?" Out it goes. Breakups happen. So there's a lot of ways to come across figures and stuff, but it's just 3 little boxes of happiness over there, and I cannot wait to get started. So that's going to be it for this one. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. As usual, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.